Wolves 2, Chelsea 6. Joao Felix gets a debut goal. Noni Madueke gets a hat-trick. You see Cole Palmer and Nicholas Jackson get on the score sheet. Chelsea defending in that first half was absolutely horrible, to the point where people were saying, is this Maurizio Pochettino in charge? Sack Enzo Maresca. What did I tell you guys? Calm down. We've got a manager that knows what a halftime team talk is and what adjustments are, because in that second half, Chelsea were amazing. Welcome to the Kavkas View, bratuki. What I'm going to give you here so that you stick around is the good from the game, the bad from the game, and the downright ugly. You're gonna leave understanding what happened in the game, being super happy, and more importantly, you're gonna just actually have faith in this team the way I started having faith all through pre-season, all through the first 2 games, and even the third one. So what I ask from you right now is, if you're a regular or if you're new, hit that like button. It's the best way to push this out for more people to see. And secondly, subscribe to the channel. It's the best way that you get yourself objective, realistic Chelsea content in terms of transfers and, more importantly, match reactions, so we can build a great community here together. Let's get started. Joao Felix scored, Noni Madueke got 3, Nicholas Jackson scored a goal, and so did Cole Palmer, and reminded us why he genuinely is cold. Let's get with the good. We need to start with the good, and the reality is there's so much good to talk about that it makes it very difficult for me to break it down. I want to go straight to halftime because there's no point going in a chronological order. Most of you have watched the game, and the reality is you can go check and see who scored in what order, but I want to go to halftime. It was a massive halftime team talk for Enzo Maresca. People were calling out Enzo Maresca already. They were calling him naive. They were saying our team looks exactly the same as Pochettino, and they weren't wrong. However, what happened was minor adjustment. He took off Mykhailo Mudryk, put on Pedro Neto, and he must have had a massive go at those players, because Enzo Fernandez came out a different player, Moises Caicedo came out a different player, Wesley Fofana came out a different player, and we looked more compact in the midfield. The defense looked more solid, and everything we did had a punch. Everything we did had aggression. Everything we did had venom in it, which meant when we got the ball forward, they were out of sorts. They were so used to winning the 50-50s, when they were expected to defend, they struggled. And nothing epitomized that more than the fourth goal. And I'm going to talk about that later on. But now let's get talking about the first goal. I thought the first goal really highlighted something to me. We have got so much better with attacking set pieces. Not defending them, attacking them. We've got a new set piece coach, and the cross came in, it was flicked on, Jackson's at the back stick and gets a beautiful tap in. Wonderful start. The second thing that I was very impressed about was Robert Sanchez today. I never give Robert Sanchez any praise. I don't think he's a good goalkeeper. Today he has impressed me. There was one save when it was 1-0 that he came out, made himself massive, absolutely parried it away. And then to make it 2-1, Robert Sanchez's quick thinking and ignoring instructions. And I'm telling you, sometimes rules are there to be broken. You can't always be regimented. You need to have some creative freedom. Normally, what do Chelsea do? Chelsea build up slowly. No, he catches the ball and he kicks it long to Nicholas Jackson, who flicks it onto Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer guides it from outside of the box. Left foot caress over the goalkeeper. Jose Sar's in no man's land. He absolutely scores. And everyone says, right, Nicholas Jackson's link-up play is the best part of his game. His link-up play today was iffy. However, Nicholas Jackson was selfless. Not selfish, he was selfless today. He released the ball a bit more. He was always willing to get others in. It's almost as if Nicholas understands, if I don't sort my act out, Victor Osimhen could be coming in, and I'm not going to start and I'm not going to play as much. This was a very good performance from Nicholas Jackson. Cole Palmer's performance, on the other hand, his show was only starting. If you think the goal was good, Cole Palmer's performance all in all was phenomenal. When you look at what he did in the second half, and the second half reiterated it. We win a free kick, right, in the midfield, because in the second half, like I said, everything adjusted. We were winning the second balls. Enzo wins a free kick. Caicedo gets the ball, puts the foot down, straight away releases it to Nicholas Jackson. Jackson, instead of carrying it like he normally does, quickly releases it to Palmer. Palmer waits it beautifully for Noni Madueke. Right foot, absolutely smashes it, scores the goal. Everyone's like 3-2. I'm telling my wife, listen babes, don't get excited just yet. This is Chelsea, right? We've already been in the lead twice. We're not very good. I'm not excited. Guess what? we get a fourth one. And the fourth goal came from something that made me super proud. And the reason it made me proud was because they were winning 50-50s. I always have this expression, earn the right to play. You need to earn the right to play football. And I don't mean to get on the pitch. I mean to absolutely try flicks, try passes, express yourself. You need to earn it. Long ball goes across, Cucurella blocks the player off, Colwell knocks the ball back in the midfield. 50-50 first attempt. Enzo Fernandez wins his 50-50. He goes for a third 50-50. Moises Caicedo wins his 50-50, knocking it to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, all of a sudden, Chelsea have a 4-on-2. Cole Palmer waits it beautifully to Noni Madueke, who absolutely belts it in with his right foot again. Do you see a trend here? You win your 50-50s, you get the ball quickly forward to the players that can make the difference. And that's what really impressed me. The fifth goal, and this is where I give Noni a lot of credit. We get the ball once again. We get the ball in the exact same mold. Cole Palmer releases it lovely for Noni Madueke. He finishes it. It's 5-2. After Noni's Instagram post, today's performance from Noni was amazing. Noni played with a chip on his shoulder. Noni tracked back. Noni was aggressive. And what I loved about Noni's performance today is he is not overwhelmed. That the team now consists of Cole Palmer, Joao Felix, Pedro Neto, and Christopher Nkunku. He doesn't care. He thinks he's the best player. I'm convinced in his head, he goes and talks to all the girls he most probably talks to and says, I'm Chelsea's best player. They don't know it yet. I know it. He is in his WhatsApp group chats, on his football chats, at Christmas parties, at dinners, bar mitzvahs, wherever he's at, I am Chelsea's best player. He believes it. The way he plays football, he believes it. And today, he was our best player. The finishing was on point. He was up for the battle. He did everything and anything you would have asked of him. Phenomenal from Noni Madueke. Even in the first half, where people were putting disaster classes on, stinkers, Noni was unreal. Then we need to talk about Enzo and Caicedo before we get into the sixth goal. First half, they were poor. I think they were diabolical, and I will explain to you why they were diabolical later on in the ugly. What I was so impressed about from Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, nothing changed. The only thing that changed was Mudryk comes off, and on the left-hand side, now you have Neto, right? So technically, the shape is the same. It's the aggression. It's the energy. It's not getting bullied. It's retaining the ball higher up. It's the passing was crisper. It was more agile. And for me, it is the intangibles that you need to give every bloody game. Enzo and Caicedo have to do this every game, and they were good. Caicedo came off because he was a little bit winded because he got absolutely clattered by that Wolves player. But honestly, Enzo dropped deeper, we rotated, we adjusted, and Enzo Maresca deserves a lot of praise for that. The sixth goal comes from Joao Felix, and that goal was beautifully worked, man. It was, you know, the players were confident, Wolves were shattered, they weren't getting close to us. They looked like shadows and cones. We absolutely bullied them in that second half. The vim, the aggression. And what happened was Enzo Fernandez picks up the ball, plays it down the line, and Neto gets it. Quick little interchange with KDH. KDH puts it in for Neto. Neto picks out Joao Felix, opens up his body. Beautiful top of the net. Roof of the net finish. Joao Felix gets the sixth. I'm going mad. Everybody can hear me. My neighbours are banging on the door. Calm down, calm down. What do you mean calm down? Chelsea are winning 6-2. When was the last time I could say something like that? It is phenomenal. But that's all the positives that we have from this, because we've won another game. Now all of a sudden, we were on 3 points. We're 8. We win next week. We go into the international break with 6. And we are looking at, oh, what can we do this season? And that's the type of attitude we should have. But remember, guys, I told you I'm going to be objective, and I'm a realistic fan. I'm not a deluded fan. There is some bad and there is some ugly. This isn't me hating on anyone. This is me giving you analysis that I saw with my eyes, and you can tell me whether you agree with me or not. Let's get into that. Wolves 2, Chelsea 6. Joao Felix gets a debut goal. Noni Madueke gets a hat-trick. You see Cole Palmer and Nicholas Jackson get on the score sheet. Chelsea defending in that first half was absolutely horrible, to the point where people were saying, is this Maurizio Pochettino in charge? Sack Enzo Maresca. What did I tell you guys? calm down. We've got a manager that knows what a halftime team talk is and what adjustments are, because in that second half, Chelsea were amazing. Welcome to the Kavkas View, Bratuki. What I'm going to give you here so that you stick around is the good from the game, the bad from the game, and the downright ugly. You're going to leave understanding what happened in the game, being super happy, and more importantly, you're going to just actually have faith in this team the way I've started having faith all through pre-season, all through the first 2 games, and even the third one. So what I ask from you right now is, if you're a regular or if you're new, hit that like button. It's the best way to push this out for more people to see. And secondly, subscribe to the channel. It's the best way that you get yourself objective, realistic Chelsea content in terms of transfers and, more importantly, match reactions, so we can build a great community here together. Let's get started. Joao Felix scored. Noni Madueke got 3. Nicholas Jackson scored a goal, and so did Cole Palmer, and reminded us why he genuinely is cold. Let's get with the good. I want to start with the ugly, because what I saw was absolutely diabolical in the first half. That first half performance, we were lucky to go in at 2-2 because Wolves were the better team, and they weren't the better team because they had better quality. They weren't the better team because they had better resounding effort. They were just the better team because they were more drilled, and that worries me. And individuals on our side were making mistakes. I want to talk about the first goal. Moises Caicedo had a performance that Bakayoko at Watford had. The only difference was my man didn't get sent off, because Caicedo got pinched on the ball twice and they scored once. However, it was ruled out before offside because Fofana, who we'll talk about later, made a mistake. But then the second time, Caicedo gets pinched on the ball. Enzo, he receives the ball. He's taken far too long. It needs to be quicker in there, Moises. It has to be quicker in there. Bellegarde, Cunha, Gomes are not going to let you rest on your laurels. You have to release that ball. He releases the ball, loses the ball. Enzo's chasing Aït-Nouri. When I tell you Aït-Nouri was moving Enzo, yeah, like Enzo was overweight and trying to like drop the first 5 pounds in the first week of fat camp. Like, genuinely, he was really just shifting it. Move, bruv. Like, you're a fly. You're a mosquito. Move. He absolutely bullied Enzo in transition. And then he picks the ball out. Where's Malo Gusto? Well, Malo Gusto plays in the double pivot now. You know what I mean? When we're in possession. We're exposed. We can't lose the ball like that. And Wolves absolutely punished us. Great goal from Wolves. Happy days for Wolverhampton. They made it 1-1. The second goal. The second goal comes from what? The second goal comes from set pieces. As much as we're better at attacking, we are absolutely shocking at defending. The defense on set pieces, there was one out on the 7th minute. Corner comes in. I think it's Totti. Totti's unmarked. Absolutely unmarked, 6 yards out, misses it. And I'm like, what on earth are we doing here? Like, what on earth are we doing here? The reality is, what the hell are we doing here? We have to mark better. Then they score, and the second goal comes from what? Noni gives away a silly free kick, which I hate when we do because it's a lazy defending. The ball goes all the way across, yeah? Everyone's onside because Fofana gambles and goes early. Why are you going early? Because the reality is, when you go early, it breaks the line, everyone else is off. Gusto, Jackson, and Caicedo. All of them switch off. Ball comes across the box. The guy has a tap in. Their number 9 has a tap in. Wonderful. 2-2. We didn't deserve it. Then I want to talk about Wesley Fofana. And this is the downright ugly, and it's the truth, right? We've seen Fofana now for pre-season, and we've seen Fofana for 2 games. I don't think Fofana is a horrible player. I think Fofana was a great player, close to being world class. But Wesley Fofana has had 18 months out, yeah? Minimum. And has not been up to the pace since he returned. However, what I can't allow is Fofana ball watching. It's as if the game's moving too quick for him, where he can't look at the ball and at the same time check his mirrors. Literally, check your mirrors. Understand that there are runners going off you. And what happened was, Cunha scored and they ruled it out. And why did Cunha score? Because the runner went off Fofana. And Fofana didn't realize he was lost. And he's not picking up any player. He's picking up spaces. You can't defend like that. I'm sorry, you can't defend like that. And the second, and then that happened again and again. And again, it happened 3 times. And one time, it happened where Kowal had to block it and it deflected onto the crossbar. Yo, we need to be better. As an institution, we need to be better. As standard setters, we need to be better. We got away with it. Second half, Kowal had a good game in general. Fofana had a very good game in the second half. But we must be better as an entity. The bad. We need to find the balance for Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo. Because it can't be one of them needs to get dropped and Lavia has to play. Lavia can't play every game. And more importantly, there are going to be games where your 2 midfielders should be good enough. They're good players. And you saw in the second half that they are good players. It's just the balance in the first half was wrong. And what happens is when the front line doesn't press properly and Enzo and Caicedo are sloppy on the ball, they're not recovering and good teams will punish us. This is why I say Enzo will have to play against the weaker teams and when we're dominating. But these tough away games, there are going to be some games I don't think we can play him. Or maybe even Caicedo at this moment in time. You just can't play him. Like, you're causing so many problems for yourself. Furthermore, I need to talk about Jackson and the ball sticking to him. He needs to do better when the ball comes into him. There's so many occasions he's always trying flicks. And when it works, we're through. The problem is, sometimes it's better for you just to retain it and we recycle the ball and then you lose it. Overall, he done very well today. I'm nitpicking here, but there were on few occasions we lost the ball and they're just at us in transition and it's destroying us in the first half. In the second half, everything was working. You know what I mean? I would have been on that pitch. I most probably would have scored. That's how good everything turned in our favour. And the final thing, Mykhailo Mudryk had a very quiet game. Noni on one side showed you what's the bare minimum. Effort, quality, ability to shield the ball, and I really don't know what we're going to do with Mudryk because I worry about Mykhailo Mudryk's future at this club now. Because look at it, right? You have Noni Madueke, who scored 4 goals now this season. You've got Cole Palmer, who's contributing with assists. Neto came on, contributed. Nkunku can play the 8 and he can play the 9. We saw that already. Then you saw Joao Felix come on. Where's the space for Mudryk? Where is the space for Mudryk? He's not ready. And I think the best thing for Mudryk will be go on loan. We need to find him alone. I am serious. He needs to go and play 30 games somewhere. Somewhere where his abilities will be expressed and enhanced. Today it wasn't good. It wasn't good. He just looks very shaky. He's direct. He's trying stuff. But he's just not on the same wavelength as his teammates. Look, but today is all about the victory. We're going to be positive. We're going to be happy. And we are going to look forward to the game on Thursday. And then the game on the weekend. Then it's the international break. But we've got our Chelsea back, man. I'm so excited. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Like I said one more time. Every single one of you that hits that like button, you're helping this channel grow at a rapid rate. So do that ahead. Let's aim for 1,500 likes. It's the best way that other people will find it. Peace out. I'm out. Have a lovely day. Do it on your way out now. Bye.